Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Eagles of Houston.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
And sometimes when you're in the middle of a losing streak, being on the road is exactly what you want. You can only depend on each other. Let's see if they can use that as fuel in this ball game.
And we are underway from Houston. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Kenneth Walker hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over.
They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator of the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Throwing to start the drive. Watkins. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Christian Watson,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Eagles are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Cowboys offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's run the ball well to this point in the season, right there in the mix for NFL leaders in rushing.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? Now the game's being played. Figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win. They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's
under pressure. They got him again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
It's 4th down.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Bust through the tackle. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And now an audible here into something else.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw. Watkins. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Eagles.
Christian Watson
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now after the play, oh man, it's Prescott who appears to be shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Nelson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
12 yards on the play. Leads to 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Nelson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he shifts past him. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in the touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
19, right here.
Looking to throw. Watkins. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it here. That is caught. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 36-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
It's a gain of 28
A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Back to throw again. The quick slant caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Here's Walker to start the drive.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Throwing, Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Right now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in the numbers as he'll look to keep it going here.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Second and 10.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Set. Warriors 70. Prep 18. Rattler. 18. Rattler. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
Now a 3rd and 6.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They're going to try and throw.
He'll try to do it himself.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
Prescott to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
How about that? They weathered the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
24-yard gain on the play.
In motion goes the tight end.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Amari Barno getting there to make the stop.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw is Prescott. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
An injury stoppage here, and oh, you hope this is nothing serious. That's Dak Prescott who is shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. This from 42 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes
it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Christian Watson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says that the slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch? Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. That's going to be caught by Pickens. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Prescott. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe. So here are the Eagles to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Now they'll audible to something else. Throwing to start the drive. Watkins. It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Leonard. He has really thrown the ball well here in this first half. You see the numbers, up over 200 passing yards already.
At the 31-yard line.
2nd down and inches. Throw left side complete. That's Leonard. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. The Eagles at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Caught by Woods.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards.
And the Eagles are able to widen their advantage. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official.
After reviewing the play,
so take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Eagles are able to add on to that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Dallas offense set for this next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson. Now 2nd and 3.
Ferguson. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
Now Prescott. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded just inside the 20. A 45-yard punt for there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now out comes Houston.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Y'all gotta talk my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jahmyr Gibbs with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Cowboys 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Prescott now. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken at around the 40. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Throwing to start the drive. Watkins. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Complete in the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
19, truck 79 Bronco. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Mustang 19.
Operating from the gun. Watkins.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 70 Lions. 70 Lions. Roy.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there.
will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Cowboys 17.
So that drive, 4 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Second and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And running with power here.
Now he's loose again. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kenneth Walker on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to 24. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
A final shot before break. Watkins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we welcome you back live now inside. The booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Back to throw. Watkins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Christian Watson
with career touchdown number 70.
And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Got an open man, it's Pickens.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and a yard.
Eagles 45-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the second.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
3rd and 8.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line.
That's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Now back to throw. Blitz coming and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Throwing. Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Leads to 3rd down and 3.
Prescott from the gun.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line.
That's another Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll look to throw here.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
This 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
Prescott. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
2nd down and goal.
Prescott to throw it. And he's going to go down again.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Big gain on the play, but it brings up 4th and goal.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
Shedding the tackler and gives him some room.
And he's finally shoved out all the way up in midfield.
A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 47 yards on the ground.
And an Eagles 1st down.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
Now a give right side. It's Woods. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Woods.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a give right side. It's Woods. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
2 yards.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
17-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Bronco switch. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
They'll try the left side. It's Woods. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Let's go.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
The 2-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
The tackle. A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Watkins.
He'll try to do it himself.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw is Prescott.
Jahad Campbell
leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of his end zone, Prescott. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Automatic first down.
Looking to put a drive together.
Trap 60, trap 60. Trap, come 19. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. The second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 78 yards.
And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
79 Broncos.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
18, 5, Cowboy 80. Mustang 19. Go.
They'll set up to throw.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
18, Hawk 70.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Christian Watson.
36 yards.
And the Eagles add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
Able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
And right away, he'll look to throw. That is caught by Lamb.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
It's a gain of 18. And the Cowboys first down.
Now Prescott. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Second down.
Here's Prescott.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Houston's offense already at the lines. To get going. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. On the pass, we might be discussing. This is intercepted. Picked up by Jamie Sherwood. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboys. Defense has a touchdown. Point after here coming up.
Matthew Wright for the extra point.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
71.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
The Eagles take over.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. As they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Throwing after the interception. Watkins. He finds Watson. It's caught. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And an Eagles first down.
And now they'll shift things around.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
And complete once again to Watson.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I want him now. They tend to leave him in.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cowboys' 11-yard line.
Panther 11, Mustang 19, 19 Lion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. A try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Prescott now. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
And 11.
And they'll send Pickens in motion right here.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. And just shedding him off there. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. And that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. A beautiful fake.
And he'll take it up past the 25 at the 26-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Now Prescott going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Amari Barno in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him.
7 yards.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Inside the 10.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And he returns this to the 22. Houston set to take over. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
looks like he'll throw here. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
17 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw. Watkins. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. There he goes again. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
15.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
That's good for the Cowboys.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Now a second and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now second and
Prescott from the gun. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.